first half, Shay, and I think, as we thought, Iceland, while they didn't have much possession, they made use of the ball when they had it, didn't they?
Well, I've been very impressed with them. Iceland, you know, the first World Cup, and they've come out of the blocks and had lots of chances. We said about the front three, and Argentina are strong, but the rest of the Argentinian team haven't convinced me at the back as well. They've been sort of pulled over the place, and Caballero in goal as well has been sort of found wanting a few times. And, you know, probably 1-0 as a fair half-time sort of result for both. Yeah, Iceland look very composed, don't they, Keith? You can tell that they've been to a major tournament before. You can tell that they've had a strong qualifying campaign.
Very much so. They're oozing with confidence. They're oozing with a belief in how they go about things, the belief in the manager, the system that he employs. They're so difficult to break down, which we'll highlight in a little bit. And then going forward, they've carried a real threat. We highlighted the Argentinian defence, and they certainly can be got at.
We were looking to Messi to unlock this fairly resolute Icelandic defence, it has to be said, Didi, but in the end it was Kun Aguero who broke the deadlock. Super finish.
Yeah, it was an excellent finish. Sometimes you need a little bit of luck to break teams down when they play deep, and you've got to be patient, and then you need a little bit of luck, and then you've got to take advantage. And this is a shot by Rojo. It comes to Aguero, great first touch, and he's got his back to goal, and he's probably one of the best, if not the best, in the box in tight spaces to get away from defenders. He's hardly got any space. He takes it out his feet, and he's got his back to go. He's running away from goal, and the power he generates is just sublime. You know, it's an unbelievable finish, and something we've seen time and time again over the years in the Premier League. And yeah, maybe a bit fortunate, but Argentina was on top. They had a lot of possession without really threatening, and it needed something special to get that goal, and Aguero did it.
Yeah, why do you think Argentina haven't made the most of all the possession they've had?
Well, it's very, very hard. Iceland is camped in their own half. Finn Bogason is the lone striker. He's, you know, sometimes playing on the edge of the centre circle in his own half. So you've got 10 or 11 men in the last 35, 40 yards, and it's very hard to break down. You've got to be patient. And with Argentina, unless Messi's on the ball, you haven't really got the, you know, the feeling that they can break him down. And I think it'll take something magic from Messi to really do something in the second half and decide the game for Argentina.
Yeah, maybe those box office players are going to be the difference in the end. But for the moment, Shay, it's 1-1, and Iceland, they didn't take too long to get back into the game.
Well, we said they would cause problems from set plays, crosses into the box, and Argentinian guys haven't dealt with it. I mean, the cross comes in, I think, from Sigurdsson, and Caballero, as I said before, was sort of no man's land, gets lucky with that one, comes back out here to Sigurdsson again. He gets a shot, and gets a little slight deflection off the defender, and to be fair to Caballero, does well, gets a strong hand on it. And now as a goalkeeper, you need a bit of luck to, hopefully it's going to bounce to one of your defenders to clear, but you got to give Finn Bogason credit. He's followed it up, and he's, I suppose, an easy enough finish in the end with the empty net, but a massive goal for Iceland, huh?
Huge goal, and greeted with the usual thunderclap from the Icelandic fans, who are really making their presence felt and urging on and spurring on their team. But Argentina have been creating chances, Keith, but you know, there has been plenty of goal-mouth action, but none too many clear-cut.
No, not clear-cut. With all the possessions, 70% plus, territorial advantage. They need that little bit of spark. They're very difficult to play against Iceland. Messi, as ever, heavily involved. Really good header there. Orchestrates it. How it gets through the bodies, I'm not entirely sure, but the spark hasn't been there. Messi, they're smothering him when he gets into this type of area. This is one of the only occasions he faces up in a 1v1 scenario, and he produces a really good strike. He's recognised, look at how narrow the Icelandic back four, midfield four are. They follow it up really well here, but they need to up the game. They need to play with a bit more zip, a bit more intensity. And when Messi is smothered by those 2, 3, 4 bodies, he needs to release it, and that's when other players need to come to the fore.
Despite the fact that Iceland have only had 25% possession, they've probably had the better of the chances, Shay, haven't they?
Well, we probably said it before the game. We didn't expect them to have a lot of possession. I think the passes that Argentina had a lot more ball possession, but they do cause problems. This is just a long ball forward, and it's Finn Bogason gets onto it, and you know, bounces up and gets over the bar, but this is where the overplay, I think, is Rojo puts Caballero under pressure, and we said we weren't sure how Iceland were going to press. Were they going to press high? But that's an absolute sitter. You won't get a better. That's an unbelievable chance for Ireland. I mean, World Cup finals in your first game in there, and it's 7-8 yards out. He's got a free shot. He's got a free shot of the goal, and he'll be kicking himself tonight when he watches this back. But as we said, balls into the box. Argentina are a little bit 6s and 7s, and again Caballero makes a decent save, but if that falls to an Icelandic player, then it's 2-1 to Iceland. And you know, they mentioned on commentary, George and Ronnie, about long balls, long throws into the box. We've seen a couple of them as well. They're not really clear, and the good thing that Iceland do is they keep the pressure on. They've got some big guys in the team. You know, they keep the second ball, they put it back into the box, and it causes a bit of carnage in there, to be honest.
Basics very well, don't they? The ugly side of the game that doesn't always get the compliments maybe that it should. They are so effective at doing it.
And admire the way they play, because they play to their strength. If there's a throw-in the opposition's half, they all get the big lads in the box. The ball is coming in. And I think they do enough going forward to always put some doubt in the opposition's mind. You know, Argentina know it's not a game where, you know, if you can't score, it'll finish one each, because going forward, as we've just seen, they really are a threat going forward, and with the physicality they've got, with the big players they've got, set pieces, they're always dangerous.